A Skaven spells of Plague, any good in past 6.2.2. Yes, it's famous for use with weapons teams, but it can do more than one trick, so let's find out what's under the Rash. Speaking of, the passive is Plague Rash. Lasting 5 seconds after casting a spell, enemies on the map are minus 10% speed temporarily, but also minus 1% fatigue, and if I remember my debuffs, this should mean 5% fatigue buildup per passive. That can add up fast and push units to exhausted where they otherwise would not. Pestilent Breath is the basic damage dealing spell, and in 6.2.2, 6 wins normal, 9 overcast, much cheaper. 100 meter range, 2 seconds duration, 32 seconds cooldown, but leaves a patch that inflicts poison for 8 seconds. Damages 20 magical attack, 0 armor piercing, or 30 points, 0 armor piercing if overcast. It's a tier-shaped wind spell and all that. Blessed with Filth is an area effect buff, 4 wins default, 7 wins overcast, so comparatively cheap. 200 meter range, 35 meter radius. All it does is imbue poison on your side for 22 seconds duration. 44F overcast, so your units will be doing poison by melee or ranged where they were not before. Want your rat ogres and storm vermin inflicting poison? Here you go. Wither is a very interesting hex cast on the foe. 6 wins normal, 10 overcast. Overcasting only affects degree. Enemies affected are minus 30 armor normally, minus 60 armor overcast. 200 range, 35 meter radius, duration is a whopping 50 seconds, cooldown after that is 37 seconds. All of a sudden, no Ironsides will be sustaining Slinger Stones like their flagellants with rifles. If armor is your main concern, this one spell can seriously soften up your enemies, good for a lot of dwarf targets. Vermintide is the famous spell, but it comes at a cost, namely 7 winds of magic cost default. Of course, more pips helps reduce that. 50 meter range only, 41 second cooldown, it takes 3 seconds for summons to come. Clan rats won't benefit from your redline skills or anything like that. That said, this is the ideal summons for tripping up enemies to keep your weapons teams firing longer. Plague is a vortex damage spell, 11 wins normally, 16 overcast. This wiki entry seems bugged, but 150 range, 15 meter radius, 50 second cooldown, expanding area of effect. Looks like it's 8 damage per second, normal, 12 damage overcast, and how much of that is armor piercing? Well, this source is bugged, but overcast claims it's more. Having said that, what we see in actual battle is very encouraging, and this seems to be your superior blob punisher spell in the faction. Pestilent Breath takes 14 wins in 6.2.2, and has 2 uses, 48 second cooldown. Otherwise, it's just a summons, but conjures forth a unit of Plague Monks instead of Clan Rats. And Plague Monks are tougher, and better. They're better. Grey Seers can also use the dreaded 13th spell with the Plague lore, so Storm Vermin summoning as I went over in my Spells of Ruin video. It makes a boom, Storm Vermin pour in, the end. In sum, there's a lot here. Poison is an evergreen debuff on the foe. Plague the spell is a good blob punisher, and Vermintide is Vermintide. Its uses are well known. If anything, I'm really impressed by the uses of Wither. Ruin spells try to ignore armor, this drags armor down to a fleshier level. Take care and have fun casting spells as Honorary Nurgle.